How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Patty. You might be asking yourself, Patty, how you doing? You look a little rough, bro. Feeling a little rough, bro. Just turning on these lights was enough for me to be like, oh, okay, we can do this. We can do this. Running a fever, just kind of feel crappy. It ain't the Rona. I'll be fine. But the algorithm's doing weird stuff and things are just down in general. So gotta push out some content. Can't let the content suffer. So by many, oh excuse me, many requests. We're doing a Scythe video because I love you guys, but you're masochists. For all my global people, guys, we ain't seeing this on global for at least another 2 months, maybe 3. Maybe 3. If I was a betting man, I'd be a little too scared to put it all on 2. I'd wager 2, but if I had to put the whole pot in, I'd say probably 3. So, but this is what you guys wanted. We had to change up how we were doing our CN stuff a little bit, and we're actually using Bluestacks now, so I had to use a new guest account and re-level that up for us to be able to do stuff on the CN side. But Bluestacks has this awesome built-in feature where if I push Control-Shift-L, it translates for me, and this is beautiful. This really is like a complete game changer from the amount of steps that I had to do to get translations before. The fact that this is built into BlueStacks is amazing. So, quick plug for the channel. We are actually a BlueStacks affiliate. If you check the description link down below, you'll see an install link that helps the channel a little bit. And then as far as getting to the CN version, you'll have to look up guides for how to do that. From what I remember, what I looked up and found, I had to get, I think, APK for Colab, and then install that into, just drag and drop it into BlueStacks, and then I was able to get some of the stuff from overseas. So nothing too crazy for those that want to look into it. Definitely recommend checking out, guides for how to do that stuff, because it's not, emulations and all that stuff isn't my forte, but the information's out there. It's pretty easy to come by. So yeah, if you want to do that, description's down below. Your boy'd appreciate it. So we've got a little assassin. So let's not that. Let's not go into war. Let's go into training. I should know this game well enough that I know all the menus without needing translation. Your boy does for the most part. We're getting there. We're not secretly learning Mandarin though. Like that's just not going to be a thing. So a couple of interesting things. You got 2 modes essentially, or 2 versions of your blade, and there's actually a skill readout that changes for your main attack between those 2. And I'll just let y'all appreciate all the beauty of all the cool stuff happening on the screen right now. We're not getting it for 2-3 months, guys. Don't give me that look right now. You asked for this. You wanted this. All right, so while we're letting her just kind of do her thing in training and tear up a little bit, let's go ahead and check out some of the important stuff. So Control-Shift-L, so everyone at home knows where we're at. Our recommendeds are Magic Attack and CD Aura. CDR. That's a Chappelle Show joke. Don't judge me. So these are the recommended stats, or the most important ones. Get out of here, notification. And then if we go in here and check this, because this is the second most important place you want to look if you're trying to judge what your character stats should be going for, this will tell us about, which one, what stat out of strength, intellect, dexterity that we're actually benefiting from the most. So intellect is recommended, and then insight. So we're going to see some blue and red cores here. I'm also on this same account trying to save up the resources so that I can do a housing video. So I have not fully done a core yet on this character. But with intellect and inspiration being your 2 biggest ones, you want to go... I have a feeling that I'm going to go more blue because you can see I've already put blue on the red side. So as many reds as I can get on this side while still giving priority to blue. The Scythe has a lot of skills that have some longer cooldowns and everything, so I can see why CDR is so important for them. Magic damage, just because they're doing grosso damage, and just because we're standing up on them. Scythe is not really like a melee class. If we run back and everything, we're still hitting these guys from far away. You can kind of see the bolts coming out and going and hitting them, and it hits multiple targets for each one too. So grouping and everything with this class definitely doesn't feel like it's going to be much of an issue or much of a struggle as it is with some other classes and everything. So that's the first things. You might notice this little pedal system over here. I don't know the exact name of it because the translation, as we'll see in a second when we try and check out some skills, says snacks a couple of times, and I don't believe that's an accurate translation. But your bigger cooldown moves and everything use some of this bar, and your other ones use a little bit of it, but not very much. But these top two definitely take up half or more of this. So you've got kind of a resource limiting thing going on here where you're using your skills based off of this. So let's before I die go ahead and take a look at some skills. So real quick, let's go ahead and start off with the blue side. We got Paw Claw. There essentially, so there's like a Tomcat version and then a Raven version. You can kind of see this represented right here. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can actually see it. Yeah, I'm going off monitor so you can actually see my cursor. So on the Tomcat form, I'm hoping all of these have really cute names like that when they come to global. But it's essentially, this is just your basic attack and what it's doing. Nothing too insane here. Hits up to 5 people. Release the next Spirit Cat Psychic skills will be eliminated. Reduce energy consumption by 20%. Okay, so what I think that's trying to say is normal attacks, you know, if you're doing those leading into your other skills, they're supposed to reduce the cost of the weird candy thing, whatever this deal is right here. It's supposed to take less of that. So I believe that's what it's saying here. This is your first skill, so to speak. And this actually works off a super interesting mechanic to where, like, you use it once, you'll see a little yellow outline pop up here. Then you'll see another one pop up. And when it goes all the way around, it unlocks the last one. So it's super, super interesting. I don't think it remains if you switch form. So I think you have to stay with your blue scythe and everything to be able to get those stacks up all the way to use this other attack. But it just is basically a chain scythe that goes out to where the enemies are and hits them. Has a really cool animation to it. And then the big one, I'm pretty sure, is just big old damage from what I've seen in testing. And it's huge. Like, think Final Fantasy level summons back in the day and everything. Just an obnoxious size thing popping up out of nowhere. Summon Magic Sickle with the ability to magic cable to hell on target area. General bombardment caused by magical device to the eyes. All enemies hit stiff for 2 seconds. So I'm guessing that's delay. And consumes all of the things that were popping up around that. So it does a nice little bit of chunky damage. Definitely not too bad. This, and it's kind of the same on the Raven side, is basically just a teleport. Both forms have a teleport, which is pretty cool. Definitely adds some interesting mobility to the class. The Raven side also has like a weird mix between like a vanish and sending out something that looks like you and you're invisible running away for a second, but you turn invisible very quickly, and then you still have like a second or two that you can push the skill again and then take the place of your like little clone thing. So it's kind of some, you know, weird little ninjutsu stuff there. But instantly move up to 12 meters directly behind when lifting. Can be controlled, use in state. It's directional. If you're moving in a direction and you hit it, you move in that direction. And it also looks like it increases your physical defense after you use it for 5 seconds. So that's pretty awesome. Some nice mobility and a little bit of survivability. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, math. Phantom Spirit consumes 75 snacks. Again with the snacks. Whatever that bar is, we're using up some of that. I guess there are snacks. Spirit of the Tomcat turns into your avatar on the spot. The enemy continues to release the claws of the cat, and the impact of destruction inflicts 30% of your skill damage for 6 seconds. Skill level released by Phantom Spirit Doppelganger depends on Phantom Psychic skill level. Unleash the illusion. The Spirit Cat will also attach itself to himself. The effect can be converged with, will be restored every time it hits 4 snacks. Can be restored up to 10 times. Okay. Can we just try and use that skill? Hold on. Okay, so I don't see anything really different, so I'm assuming it's just kind of a buff form? I don't know. Let's wait for it to come back up and test that again, because it looks like we were able to press it another time. Oh, here's the giant scythe. There we go. Just huge. Okay. So let's chill out for a second, not use anything. Bam, we've got this. We've definitely got some auras and stuff around us. Let's check the buff screen real fast. Oh, and it faded too fast. Buff screen is, again, a great place to check and kind of see what you're actually getting from some things if the skills don't seem to be going super explicit on it. So we'll have to circle around on that at some point. Let's go ahead and turn auto attack back on. Sirs, excuse me, sirs, back up. Alright, so interesting little mode there. And then we're going to be missing some of this translation, so based on those numbers, it looks like it's just going to be damage. Alright, so consumes 100 snacks. I'm assuming that's all the snacks. Eat all the snacks, go on a full Taco Bell run, and crush it. Spell out taboo spells and call forth 4 Panda's Scythe. Okay. Destroy everything in front of you, surroundings, cause a lot of damage, and knock down target. Cooldown 90 seconds. So it looks like it's just a super heavy hitting nuke. So that might be something that we can pair in with one of the effects off one of the other skills. Won't super know until we get a good translation on it. If you guys have a better translation than snacks, feel free to send them to your boy. Another thing, people ask how to get in touch with me a lot. If you see the description on all my videos, there's a link to the Epic Gaming Discord. You're more than welcome to join that and reach out to me through there. I post a lot of videos and stuff in there, so you can get my username, send me a message, and everything like that. So for everyone that's left a few comments asking how to get a hold of me, that's the best way to do it, and that's why I put that link down in there. And there should be some new stuff coming with Epic Gaming. I need to talk to Valen and see what's going on, but definitely love those guys. Great group of people. Check them out. All right, so we get a nice little nuke there for the final form. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this is the skill that we use to actually shift into our Raven form. Make a contract with the Raven Spirit. Use Raven Spirit. All vocational skills Ravens possess. Many spirits. Skills can be restored. Mental energy. Can be used in a controlled state. So I guess you can switch while you're, might be in delay or something like that. Maybe. Don't quote your boy on that. 5 seconds cooldown, shared with contradicting spirit, cat spirit. Okay, so you can't cast either of these two within 5 seconds of each other. That's cool. That's cool. So our basic attack on this side, this one's actually kind of cool. This one essentially puts one of a couple of curses on targets that it's attacking. Everything can range from damage dealt being reduced, damage taken reduced, critical chance reduced, and it it says, each damage has a 20% chance to attach a random Raven curse for 5 seconds. So that's, and they're not for a whole lot, so it's not going to be super game changing or, you know, breaking the bank when you see this and start getting hit by it. That's definitely cool. It would be interesting to see if you had multiple Scythe people attacking the same person, if you could get all the curses up and maintain all the curses between them, or if they would stack or anything like that, how that would interact. So that could be pretty interesting. And then I want to say that this is, so this form has essentially like just 2 Kamehameha blasts essentially, from when I was testing it. Pretty straightforward, just directional beam, does some nice damage. Looks like it actually will also fear. Devil's Chain up to and around targets in 5 seconds. 5 enemies cause continuous magic damage. The distance between the 2 parties is more than 15 meters, and the chain of dream demons something will break. If the chain of dreams demons still exists after 5 seconds, the targets will be feared for 4 seconds. So if they don't, you know, bum rush the person hitting them with this and they stay at that 15-second range for 5 seconds, it sounds like they then get feared, which is, you know, pretty sweet. These guys definitely start coming off as a warlock type class on this side. I want to say this is the other teleport, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, instantly move up to 12 meters directly behind. Again, you can control in what direction you move to with this, and this also improves your physical defense. So it looks like that's a pretty much the same as this skill down here. So that's cool. I'm not upset by that. Let's go ahead and see what the first big skill looks like on here. Phantom Raven, excuse me. Raven Spirit retracts your health to 2 seconds ago, and will make you enter hidden body state for 2 seconds. So this is super cool. If someone hits you with a really big hard hitting attack and you click this, you essentially, you know, get that health back real fast if you react fast enough, and you essentially disappear. Simultaneous Raven Spirit, turn into your avatar and move forward after 4 seconds, or will explode when defeated. So essentially, if they kill it, it'll explode and do damage, and then you can potentially teleport back to it. But if they do destroy it, it also looks like this fears them too. Man, that's gross. They got a lot of CC there. That's cool. That's cool. And then this one is just the other Kamehameha wave attack that they get in this form. Okay, and it looks like this one doesn't have a chance to freeze. It's just big chunky boy damage. That's 102k right there on that. Which is pretty gross. And let's see what this skill is. I actually didn't notice this when I was going through. Warp positions with Phantom and Ravens, only in Phantoms. Oh, this is the thing where you can, okay, so if your Raven Spirit is out and doing something, you can switch places with it. So on the skill where you go back to the health you had 2 seconds ago and disappear for a second, you can, you know, switch places with that, and that's what this is talking about. And it should be the same for this one right here. Yep, just mentions the switching positions, nothing super crazy. Alright, so fun with translations. All in all, this class does look super fun. I will look forward to them coming out. I understand that it's gonna be a good little while before we see them on global, so I'm sorry guys. I don't know why so many of you wanted to see this video and just hurt yourselves that much sooner. I hope you can wait patiently the next 2 months and enjoy the game still. But it's definitely cool. Definitely check out Bluestacks if you're interested and look into, you know, getting Colab and being able to see the CN side and everything. yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this. I appreciate you guys' faces. Keep an eye out. We should have a housing video out tomorrow. I've got the resources now that I should be able to do a house video and actually be able to do some stuff past just by it. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, guys. I appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're going to catch your boy in the next one because we out of here. Deuces.